Hello everyone, it is Simtastic for Real here, and I am back here with a speed build. This is a speed build I did not too long ago. I made this house for a family that I am putting in the new Let's Play that we have, the Chens. This is the family I was telling you about that has two daughters that are twins, so I was telling you about that in one of the parts. And I just decided to make them a family home. It is a townhome, and there are two lots in the world, Newcrest, that look like they would have townhomes on them. The first lot is this lot right here, and then the second lot is actually the lot next to it that already has a house on there. But I feel like every time in my game, I always put townhomes on these two lots. I don't know why, but they just seem like it fits perfectly with the world. So that's what I did, and right now we're just trying to configure the outside of the house and just make it look like a townhome. And I always kind of struggle with the exterior of the homes, like what colors I want to do, what windows that I want to do, and I sometimes go back and forth and pick different always like start out with one window and then switch to a different window later on. In this one, I don't think I did. I think I pretty much stick with those windows and doors and stuff, and the exterior walls, I stick with the colors. We are just trying to make sure that the roofs all look correctly, and the rooms are, good, and that they're going to fit some stuff in there that I want to put in there. I always do the floor plan after I get the exterior of the outside looking the way I want it to. That way there, if I have to, reconfigure the rooms and pull walls out and add walls or take away walls, I can do that. I always I don't know, I like to do that. Do the floor plan last. That, mailbox that came with Snowy Escape is probably one of my favorite mailboxes that's in the game. I always pick that mailbox. I just think it looks great. It looks like something like a townhome would have, but any home that I build, I don't know why, since the game came out and since I got the game, I always use that mailbox. It never fails. So I actually used custom content walls from a custom content pack by Deligracy and a creator called Little Dicka, and I got that in their pack that they put out, and it just fit the blue nicely that I wanted to put for the exterior. Just adding some trees in, adding some doors. Sliding glass door is perfect for the patio, and adding some more trees in there. I love the birch trees that came with the pet stuff pack. I mean, not pet stuff, but the pet expansion pack. I love the birch trees, and where I grew up, there were birch trees everywhere when I was a kid, so I always used the birch trees. And when it's fall in the game, they're so pretty. Their colors that they give off just reminds me of home. So I always use those. And just adding the fence that we added on the front, making a basketball hoop area because I feel like the girls would probably play a little bit of basketball, and then if our current children in the game, Landon and Lydia, ever meet them, they can probably come over and shoot some hoops with them. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And yeah, just kind of trying to figure out the landscaping. Landscaping is just not my favorite thing to do. It's very time consuming. As you can see, I chose to keep it in the video because it just, a lot of people, they don't know what to do, just like me. I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing here, but yeah, a lot of people don't know what they're doing, I feel like, and I certainly don't know but there are people that know exactly what they're doing and how to do landscaping, and I'm just not one of those people. I took out the floor plan figuring out in this video because it took me a really long time. It always takes me a really long time to figure out the floor plan. Sometimes I have to pause my game and just walk away for a little bit and then try to figure it out in my head so I can come back and do that. So I just decided to just leave it out of here because it did take me a while to figure it all out and how I wanted it to look, and how I wanted the kitchen to be, and where I wanted the living room to be. So the countertops that I'm using in this build is actually from a creator named Harry, and I love their creations. They're such a good custom content creator. I definitely suggest you looking them up because a lot of the clutter items that I'm using are their creations, and I just gravitate so much towards their clutter items. They are just so well done, and you can hardly tell that it's custom content. It really is Maxis Match. And that's what I like using in my game a lot. I love using the Maxis Match type custom content, so it doesn't look so weird in the game and when you're using it in your builds and stuff, so it just doesn't look so weird, obviously. But that's what I'm using today, and let me get their pack that I'm using. Let me get the name of it. Just looking around in my computer for the actual name of that pack. Let me see. Okay, so it was from Felix and Harry, and they did well, I think it's just Harry actually, but it's Country Collection. That's what the name of the pack was. So if you are looking for that it's really gorgeous. Really gorgeous stuff that they put out. So I really, all of the clutter items that I'm adding here is from, the Chen pack, I think, that they did. So, it's just, I don't know. I have such a problem using base game now that I found this custom content and all of these good finds. I really love using it. It's so hard for me not to. Those peppers that are on the top shelf, those are base game. But like I said, a lot of the clutter items are custom content. And like I said, it's just so hard for me now because the base game, they just don't have a whole lot of clutter items. And for me, when I build a house, I just feel like the Sims are going to have a lot of clutter because that's what all houses have. They have a lot of clutter in them. And so I just like adding, I like adding stuff that's going to make a kitchen lived in, a living room look like it's lived in. So that's what I gravitate towards. Like I said, since I found custom content, that's all I use for clutter. I don't know why. And I, add in some base game stuff, but a lot of times I use custom content. And then we're adding a dining room here, but then I realized that there's not enough space and that the Sims are not going to be able to sit at the dining room table and use the door and use the kitchen. So I think we end up moving the kitchen and little dining area out just a tiny bit, so that we can add in the table. And I think I do that fairly quickly here. And we're just... Yeah, and then see, wall colors, I've been using the custom content because like I said, I'm just really sick of seeing the same base game stuff, so it just adds to it. So yeah, adding lights here, those are from the Pet expansion pack, which I gravitate towards those a lot. I think they look really nice, especially in dining rooms and kitchens. You will see me, if I, keep doing builds on here, you will see me use those a lot. And then I was like trying to make like a bar type thing, and it just wasn't working. And I've done it before, and I just could not figure it out for the life of me. So at the end, we just ditched that idea, and I think I just put that little island back again. Yeah, I think we ditched that fairly quickly here because it took me a while to try to figure it out, as you can see. I don't think I figured it out in the end. I think we definitely ditched it. Or maybe I did. I did figure it out. So we do that. We do like a little bar area. Um, yeah. I don't think that that's how I usually do it, but I was just like, this is not working. I don't understand why it's not working. And so, but I finally got it to work with just the move objects cheat, and then I used Alt to kind of move around the countertops to make them fit. And yeah, I guess we don't move out the kitchen. I thought we did. I think we do. Or maybe I just left the table there so that they can get around it. And I was just trying to find a rug that was going to fit and look good, and nothing was looking good. So, yeah. And then I like to add in pictures because it looks like it's, obviously it's been lived in, and, people are going to have pictures in their homes. So that looks really good. And yeah, so I don't know. Where do we go next? I think, yeah, do we go living room? Yeah. So in here, I wanted, because I added those walls the way they did, I put the couch so that it was flush against those walls. And the, obviously TV, and I was going to put a fireplace in there, but they wouldn't have been able to get by the fireplace, I don't think, to go down the hallway there. And like I said, I don't know why I keep gravitating towards like custom content wall colorings. It's crazy to me how much I've been using it now that it's in my game. When I watch builds back now, I'm like, wow, I use a lot of custom content. I don't know if people are going to be happy about that or upset about that, but that's just how I've been playing on my own. So, yep. And rugs in the living room, which will be nice. And like I said, this is a family of 4, so it's going to be 2 twin girls and then their parents. And I really am hoping that our family, like I said, Landon and Lydia, can meet them. And then if not Landon and Lydia, maybe when Charlotte grows up to a child, she can meet them and befriend them, which will be kind of fun and interesting to play around with. I put a little video game box there so that they can play video games if they have company over or just them by themselves. Pictures and books and all kinds of things. Just like I said, just to make it a little bit more lived in. And bathrooms are always the same. It's just a toilet, shower, and sink. So they aren't like extremely exciting to show, but I just left them in because maybe some people want to see that. So yeah, trying to add clutter on the countertop, and like I said, I use like the custom content clutter items. So, and then like it's a little towel where they can wipe their hands. And oh my gosh, I love that light from Eco Lifestyle, the expansion pack. I just love that light with the leaves on it. It looks so artsy. I love it so much. And then we add a bed in here, and that's also from Eco Lifestyle, the bed and the end tables, which it just looks like someone put it together, like made like a quilt. So that's really kind of cool. Very artsy, like I said. That pack is like kind of all about like making things, and so it's kind of nice to use those items in the game, especially with this family, because the mom is kind of like I feel like the way I made the mom was that she was going to be kind of mirroring Landon and Lydia's mom and how she was. Landon and Lydia's mom was very artsy, and she liked to bring art into the kids' lives a lot. And she was just like a very down-to-earth kind of mom. And so I feel like this mom is going to kind of mirror their mom a little bit. And so that's why I was putting a lot of, kind of those types of artsy things into her house, because I feel like she would be making a lot of stuff for their home. Curtains, quilts, bedding, all kinds of things. She wouldn't really buy a whole lot of things from a store. She would probably make it all. So that's what I was trying to achieve with this build here. And then putting in those seasons. They're the decoration boxes so that they can put, Christmas lights up or Halloween stuff up. Because I know that this Let's Play, I'm going to do a lot of that, like playing with the seasons, playing with the holidays and things like that. So I put that in. Landon and Lydia's home have one, and then this house has one, because I do, like I said, it's going to be like a more gameplay aspect LP. So, and then we're going to go upstairs into the kids' room. And I'm not really sure, like I said, they're twin girls, but I'm not really sure which room is going to be whose really yet. I think I was just going to let the Sims kind of pick out which room goes with which girl, so I hadn't really thought about that yet. And they are identical twins, but because they are identical, their mom is like thinking, okay, just because you are identical doesn't mean that you don't have your own style, and you can decorate your room however you want, and it doesn't have to match your sister. Your clothes are not going to always match each other's. You are your own person. So whatever you want to wear, whatever you want to do, whatever you're into, that's, you are your own person. So, and Landon and Lydia are obviously, they're not identical. So they definitely have their own style and the way they like to do things. And I think any twin, just because you're identical does not mean that you're gonna like what your sister has. So, or your brother has, or whatever. So, yeah, I just think that, like I said, I think their mom's going to be like really neat, really cool. And I think if they do get to meet them, Landon, Lydia, or Charlotte is going to really gravitate towards their mom. And yeah, and putting a little nightlight in there, because if you do have children in The Sims 4, they often wake up with nightmares and there's monsters under their bed that only they can see, but they wake up the whole house because they have monsters. So, yeah, so I put those lights in. I always try to put one in a children's room because, oh my gosh, it's so annoying when everyone's dead asleep and it's like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. And, yeah, they're freaking out and waking everyone up. So, and then I like those little wall lights with the leaves on them. That's also from Eco Lifestyle. And I always put those in my house if I do like wall sconces, because I don't know, they're just so pretty. And whoever created those, gosh, kudos, because I just love them so much. And putting a little toy box in, and I put that little the bear in the little doctor's bag. That's a toy that they can play with that actually came with the Parenthood pack, so they can learn how to be a doctor, which I get them. I get it. They get the item, and then I don't really actually ever really play with it. So maybe in our Let's Play with Lydia or even Landon or Charlotte, maybe Charlotte can get one of those and we can explore with that and have her use that, because it is a really interesting toy that they had added. So, and then just kind of a cluttered toy box that just has a bunch of toys spilling out. And yep, adding some ceiling fans in, because I feel like the rooms should have a little bit of breeze, especially in the summertime. It will be nice. And then another couch, and this girl's room is going to be bougie because she's got a little couch and yeah, she's gonna be a little bit a little bougie in that room. And then just adding the shared bathroom that they have. and I add more stuff to her room. I know that. I was just trying to like figure out, okay, how do I want everything to be placed in the rooms? I often do that. I kind of put like the doors in and stuff, and kind of put a little bit of furniture in here and there, just to see how I want everything to kind of lay out in the room, and kind of what colors that I want to go with. If I get like a couch or something, kind of want to see what accent colors that I can use. And I changed the, yeah, I did change the couch, because this one, I don't know, I like that because it has like the books down below on the bottom, like kind of storage, and all those pillows, and their color swatches for that couch is so nice. I do like that a lot. And then I don't know, I really like lime green and purple, so that's what I was trying to go for with this room a little bit. I just feel like lime green and purple just look so good together. And yeah, adding some curtains so that they have a little bit of privacy. But then I was like, oh gosh, the curtains can't go on that little window area where the couch is. So I had to put these ones that came from the stuff, the My First Pet stuff pack, right? My First Pet. And I always use those blinds. I know not everyone's a fan of that pack, but I always use those blinds because I think that is like the best thing that came with the pack. And so if you can get the pack for 50% off, those are worth it. So, and then adding some posters in. I added a little wizard poster because I thought maybe she might be into I don't know, like magical, mystical stuff. And yeah, just looking for more clutter items. I do like this clutter item that came with Parenthood. It just looks like they just came in and their bag exploded on the ground, which is what I feel like most kids' room is. I mean, when I was growing up, definitely looked like an explosion happened when I would come home from school. So yeah, just trying to see if I can add some more things. I must have paused it for a second because I was probably like looking something up or something. I often watch TV shows or videos or something while I'm building, so I could have been doing something like that and then forgot that it was still recording. And adding some paintings out in the hallway, which look really nice. I love that farm painting and custom content paintings. Yeah. I don't know. It just, like I said, since I found it, it's so hard for me not to use it. People always say, like, once you go out down that rabbit hole of custom content, it's hard for you to get out, and I definitely understand that. Adding a swing set outside, and I do put a little bit of terrain paint just to make it look like the kids have, worn a little bit of down to the dirt while they were swinging, because I feel like that looks a little bit more realistic. And just adding some activities outside. Add like a little pool in the back. That's anyone can really lounge in that. Children, toddlers, adults can lounge in that little kiddie pool, which I think is cute. If you don't have the space or money for a pool, that's the next best thing, I feel like. So, and then just adding some outdoor lights here. And, yep, just gonna get some nice lighting outside so they can see when they're coming in. I couldn't figure out a way to put one in the back, so. Alright guys, I hope you liked the build today, and I will talk to you all in my next video.